What's up, growth community? It's your boy JC Stunted Growth, and I'd like to welcome you guys to a brand new series where we'll be focusing on a subject near to the hearts of many unsung heroes within that never got to tell their story. What a time and what a platform. Stunted Growth is a movement, a reminder of what it takes. A well of gems, the ones who are high up are not the only ones allowed to replenish. My story is important too, and so is yours. A place we can all be heard and chance to connect another mind to the source he needs to pursue. I could say something corny like, the youth is all we got, but that wouldn't suffice, because there's an enormous amount of wise minds with a voice that love the game and can provide assistance to the aforementioned youth as well, who aren't being heard. Not any longer. Stunted Growth Unsung Series. It's your boy JC, stuntedgrowth3.com. Visit now for consulting and much more. Let's get it, man. The first voice I'd like to give the floor is a guy that fell in love with the game at an early age, and at 29 still holds the same passion for it. Maybe even more. In his heart, the league missed out. Listen to his story. Maybe you will think so too. Today's feature, Dari Arrington, born October 29th, 1990.
I'm Dari Arrington. This is the Stunted Growth.
Now, you may remember Dari from the ABC News feature where he stood outside the Warriors practice facility with a sign that let the world know how serious about this he was.
How far would you go to pursue your dream?
Very far. One Warriors fan taking an unusual approach to realize his dream. He wants to play in the NBA. For the past 31 days, Dari Arrington has been doing this, and this, and this. Arrington has been standing outside the Warriors practice facility with a big dream to become a Warrior.
I think I have what it takes, but I wanted to lay it all on the line.
Laying it all on the line means Arrington quit his two jobs, left Chicago, and came to Oakland. He's been holding up this sign. It reads, "Not homeless, need no money, just a chance at my dream."
My goal was to be a warrior. I wanted to come up with a crazy, unorthodox approach to pursuing my dream.
Arrington was not a blue-chip college prospect. Now, he did play college ball at Elgin University. He tried out with 4 different NBA G League teams and played semi-pro ball in Australia. He almost gave up on his NBA dream. Then he remembered Joe Anderson. 3 years ago, Anderson stood outside the Houston Texans stadium with a sign saying, "Not homeless, but starving for success." Anderson was later signed to the New York Jets practice squad. Arrington's stunt has gotten the attention of some real Warriors. Sean Livingston gave him 2 tickets to a game and offered some words of advice.
Continue to follow your dreams, but follow up with some action. And the action behind that was trying out for the G League.
Arrington hopes to get an invite to try out for the Santa Cruz Warriors in the G League. Making the jump to the NBA is not unheard of. Current Warrior Alfonso McKinney, he played in the G League last year. Whatever the result, Arrington hopes to inspire others. He posts inspirational messages on social media with a hashtag, #BeTheWhy.
Be the why means to me not being afraid to pursue the craziest dream and asking yourself, is that crazy enough?
I had a chance to sit down with Dari, and after interviewing him, I soon realized, besides sharing the same birth date, how big but small this basketball world can be. If you imagine how many players play the game and take it seriously compared to how many actually make it to the highest level, the NBA, you'll realize how one-sided this seesaw really is. But that can't be the end, right? That can't be the only door. It's not. You may not make it to playing against the likes of Dame or Kemba, but you can still enjoy the game, get paid from it, or send positive energy into the universe, which will bless you in return. Dari is from Chicago, Illinois. Yeah, the rough end. Southside Inglewood, Wild Hunnets to be exact. Where you either hoop, gangbang, or stay off the streets. Definitely stay off the streets. Let's listen as he explains what life was like growing up. All right, man. You ready to get started?
I'm ready, man.
All right, let's do this, man. So basically, the Unsung series, okay? These are for guys, that watch YouTube, that see all these popular players with the notoriety, but they have a perspective as well. They have a point of view that they want to get across. So I'm going to try to make this series a platform for guys like us to talk about our story, and maybe we can help someone else, like yourself. You're right on the cusp. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you yesterday. So if you were to hear something that inspired you, who knows where that could take you next, Right. All right, so let's begin, man. Tell the people a little about your background, when you fell in love with the game, where you were born and raised, family structure, because that's very important as far as guidance, the structure you get when you're a youth, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. So I'm from Chicago, south side of Chicago, Inglewood, and a place where they call the Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
So that's to be exact. So that's where I'm from. My game speaks a Chicago hooper, man. The difference between Chicago basketball players and other basketball players is that they're known to be like super gritty and ball handling, but can shoot too. And then but the funny thing is, like, it was always growing up. It was like Chicago versus New York basketball.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like New York Hoopers, they're grimy, get to the rack, get to the basket, but they can never shoot. And it was like Chicago was like shooters and ballers, getting to the rack. And then if you go to the West Coast, it was just like they're all shooters. That's where I'm from, man. My family structure was tight and humbling. There was like a lot of times where we just didn't have any electricity, barely have food. But I grew up in a single parent home, so I grew up with my mom, and then I had a younger sister. So we had some times where it was just really, really hard, and we just kind of didn't really pay attention to it too much to where it was like, man, this is bad, because my family, we were so tight. We just like, this was just life.
Yeah.
Stuck together and just got through the hard times, and then when it was good, it was good. It was good. My mom, at times she would be working 2 or 3 jobs. She was just a straight worker, grinder, disciplinarian. She was a lover. She was the life of any party, any event. That's what she was.
I see.
But she believed in dreams coming true if you work for it.
How'd you manage to stay away from all the gang and bad influences?
Yeah, that was the other thing too. It was like really it was a lot of more gang activity that I saw more than just like prostitution or like drugs. It was just like gang activity, and all of the other stuff was just associated, affiliated with it. But how I stayed away from it was, I don't know, I've always been like kind of like super bright as a kid and just different. Like I wanted to move really different than my peers.
Yeah, I can relate to
just
that.
My body language,
the
structure, how I articulate certain things. It was just like what they used to just call me was the black white boy.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And so I would be moving different, and I never wanted to do anything but play sports. If like somebody wanted to go to a party or whatnot, I just was like, no, I'm good. Let's just go. Let's go play catch.
Yeah.
Ride our bikes, and it was just that was me. So with that, the guidance of my mom, she's a really big part of who I am today. That my grandmother, these women just like kind of shaped me in a way of becoming this ideal human being.
As you can see, this guy had some strong people in his life and always tried to make the right decisions. Staying focused and understanding who you are some of the hardest things to do on your journey. Take it from him. Stay focused, eyes on the prize, and cherish the journey. We only get each once. When would you say was the first time you had a crossroads in life where you had to decide if you wanted to continue playing basketball or to go a different way?
I had got cut all 4 years of high school attempts of playing basketball. cutoff floor, and I had hit a point where I fell into basketball depression. And that came after the fourth year because I had literally did everything that I could possibly do, including going to talk to the coach beforehand to find out what it is that I can do to get on the team, and what he wanted me to do, rather. And it just didn't work out.
Would you say this was your first growth stunt? Not having a chance to go to college? And...
My absolute first one, including the 4 years of being cut. So this was Rose stunt one.
Stunt number 1, the bare minimum. Dari's first growth stunt came at an unbelievably inopportune time in his life. Not being able to play high school basketball puts you even further behind the 8 ball. In fact, you may not even be on the table. Without a high school resume of at least 1 year, you gotta understand the mindset of a coach at any level past high school that doesn't know you and has no ties to you at all. It's hard to invest in an unproven prospect when players are a dime a dozen. You also have to understand the mind of a guy in Dari's situation as well. All you know is that you love the game and you'll do anything just for one person to believe in you. Without the bare minimum of high school experience, that's tough. Dari would slip into basketball depression and resentment for coaches and the game itself. After being questioned about his perseverance, he decided to get back on the horse and try again. In life and in sports, your path will always be challenged. You will have your bad days. One thing you don't have is time to sulk and wonder why. In the next episode, we'll go deeper into Dari's mindset and the mindset of any hooper that faces rejection time and time again from this thing you love so much. We'll also visit his second growth stunt and see where it took him from there. You don't want to miss it. Visit stuntedgrowth3.com right now. One thing I noticed in the first part of Dari's story is how much he could have used some consulting on his path. Sometimes we ourselves are too biased and can't see our own weaknesses. Make an appointment now and receive the guidance you need to get the spot on the roster you want. See you on part 2.